Hey, greetings, everybody in the group. I'm going to kind of go over what this group is and why it's important. There are there's 22 vets a day. As we say, 22 a day. Sometimes it could fluctuate between 19, 25, or more veterans that commit suicide every day. Now, I was on the news a while back. If you went to my website, it's shown here. If you went to my website, you could see it as you scroll down. You can see the times I was on the news. Okay, here. And biggest thing I want to talk about here is how important creative arts is to your mental health. I'm not forcing you to take anything. I'm not forcing you to take music. I'm not forcing you to take art. I want to really ask you to get involved in something creative. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's coloring in a coloring book. It don't matter if it's fishing. It doesn't matter if it's making hats or drawing or painting or playing music or dance. It doesn't matter what it is. Find something creative. That's what VetACon is all about. It doesn't matter what creative outlet you want to pursue. I would rather hear your success than ever read your obituary. And that's all we are really trying to do is, and when we do events, now I'm going to say events, we want tables set up for veterans who are having their own products and wares, whether it be um, they're making their quilts or if they're painting pictures, whatever it is. We want to have an arts and crafts event, but we also want to have veteran musicians come in and play. So our main program, our main event, if we call it a main event, is to have an arts and crafts event at a large scale. And I came up with this idea one year when I went to the different VFWs and DAVs and trying with my arts to get a booth, and they were full with paparazzi and Etsy and Tupperware. Now I'm from the South. I'm thinking arts and crafts is something handmade, not something retail. So I didn't get mad. I didn't get PTSD. Hell, they won't let me have it. No, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to Comic Cons, huge Comic Cons. These are like $300 a booth, okay? Because you're getting 3 days events, so it's like $100 a day. I made my money back, just barely. But while I was at these Comic Cons, I got to thinking, what if we had arts and crafts, veterans arts and crafts at this scale? Instead of having actors and actresses of main storylines come in and sign an autographs, we have officers or somebody, I don't know, is relevant to the military come in lieu of the actors and stuff. What if we had people come in for cosplaying of yesteryear's uniform? It's a time frame where you can actually put on your uniform and get everything measured just exactly the way it was during your day. We can't wear today's uniform because that's against AR 670-1. But if we wore the uniforms we wore back then, Vietnam, Desert Storm, whatever. So I was thinking, my mind was really clicking on this big, large scale event. That's what I'm gearing on, even if it just means smaller ones. I'm approaching the Eagles. I'm hoping approaching Moose Lodge, and if I can get them on board for what we're doing, maybe we can get a big, big event, with these big sponsors and say, hey, we want to have an all veteran event. Now, I'm gonna say if we had one like that, I would say we probably would have spouses at the tables too, because there's sometimes the spouses can be very, very important and to the vet. Either way, but we really want to encourage. Now, our main purpose is to encourage veterans getting some form of creative arts. It doesn't matter what it is. And by going to an event this huge, you might be inspired to do something you see there, whether it be photography, whether it be painting or drawing or whatever it might be. Maybe it can inspire you to do something. Okay. We want to make sure we also have musicians up. Maybe run a karaoke event there while we're there. So another thing I'm approaching different Eagles and different places about, say, look, I'll provide a karaoke for you free for one show if we can have a veterans arts and crafts there. So we can have karaoke there too, no cost to you, but allow the veterans to come in and have an arts and crafts event. So you have an all-day event with karaoke or with live musicians. Now, if we can do this, we'll get veterans more involved in things. We want to see them actually doing something, because if they're sitting back And I know this to be true. When I was got out of service, we would sign here, you're out. And I got told by somebody important in my life that Desert Storm was a joke. There wasn't nothing compared to Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, I can't change what happened during Vietnam. I was born during that era. But what we do as a veteran, no matter who we are, we have to honor those who came before us and those who are coming after us. You stepped up when you were there, okay? Whether it be OEF, OIF, whatever it is, young men and women stepping up today and coming up to play. So they can't, the young men, people today, 18, 19 years old, is going to service, they look at There's a Storm like that's old grandpa stuff. But still, we've got to honor those who came before and those after. And that's what VetACon really is trying to get the veterans reacclimated back into a program where they feel they are useful and worthwhile. So when I talk about lowering the veteran suicide rate, I'll say this. When I was battling my deepest, darkest parts of my life, I tried twice. I thank the good Lord, and I'll say this with all open mind. I thank the good Lord that I didn't go through with it. All I had was my guitar. So I really want to make sure other veterans know that they're not alone. So get into something creative. It don't matter what it is. Show us what you're doing. Lead the path that you're destined to do.